Holy shit, it has been forever since I have made a video. Holy crap. God damn it. First of all, let me begin with I don't know why I did this challenge. I did this because I heard RuneScape had the mining and smithing update, and I didn't realize it was a couple months ago actually. It was January? Something like that. So I was just like, you know what? Let me test something out. So I decided, oh, look, there's this ore box you can make. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's make 1,000 of them. I really regretted that decision now. And you're going to see from this video really why. Because I did not know what it actually took to make an ore box. I didn't realize that you need the previous tier to make the next tier. So I spent quite a majority of time just getting all this stuff because my thoughts on this challenge that I made for myself was I was going to mine all the resources from scratch on a new account. This wasn't my main, obviously. And then I was going to essentially smelt every bar and then smith every bar into said ore boxes. Now, I made several mistakes when I was doing this challenge because I didn't realize what bars needed nowadays because I didn't realize that they changed pretty much everything about mining. I knew about the infinite rock thing, which I think is the best part of the update. I didn't realize that certain ores were changed because I still thought that ruin items needed coal and ruinite ore. Didn't realize they needed luminite. So when I was mining, I was like, wait a second, I can't make a ruin bar. And then I looked, it said, oh, you need luminite. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta go mine luminite now. And then I was like, wait a second. So I mined all this extra coal for no reason. And then I realized, wait a second, iron ore needs 2 bars, or it needs 2 ore to make 1 bar. And I was like, oh god, I gotta go mine like what, 6K now? I had to go mine an extra like 2K iron ore just to make it. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, I should have calculated and done my research before I started this stupid challenge. So lo and behold, for the mining, it took me, I think it was 20, it took me around 26 to 28 hours because I messed up. And then I also made other mistakes because I didn't realize that you could actually do extra bar chances at specific levels of smelting. So I ended up over mining quite a bit, and I also over smelted quite a bit. And knowing me, I did not want to waste these extra things, so I wasted more time smelting, or not smelting, smithing the extra bars into just random items to get XP. And then I started realizing that was a waste of time. That was a big waste of time. And I was like, oh my god. So, lo and behold, the mining took me 27 hours. Now, the ore boxes were the most annoying part. The bronze up to steel, not too bad. You know, you can pretty much smith them from like within the first 50% of your little heat cap crap, whatever you want to call that bar, the heat cap, I guess. Now that one wasn't too bad. Mithril through Ruinite is where it started to get really out of hand because that's where a majority of the time comes in. Now, as you're watching this video, you will notice I put a little marker at the top when I started in the very beginning of the video. Now, towards the end of the video, well, probably around the 10-minute mark, give or take, somewhere around there, you will notice the timer, and it will be approximately 2 hours just to make this small set, because for the record, this was not a full 27 that you could make, because the way that the smithing update works now is you have a heat cap based off of your smithing level, and for every smithing level you get, you only get +3, which does not make any sense in my personal opinion. The mining update made sense. Nobody really mined everyone only got their Ruinite ore or whatever ores that they needed from like Slayer tasks or killing monsters or just, just buying it from someone because nobody liked mining in the old version. Smithing was relatively easy. It was annoying. I mean, the smelting part was really annoying because, you can only make like, I think like 10, 12, 13 Ruinite bars at once. That was a little annoying, but, if you were close to a furnace, it wasn't too bad. With the new update, mining ores is now stupid easy because not only do the rocks never die, you have an ore box that holds like 100 something ore, and you just bank it, and then you just go back to mining. It's just like, it's so easy now. I love that part. I don't like the smithing part though, because first of all, the first 10 levels of a specific tier, they help you, but any levels past that don't really help you or don't give you much benefit to begin with, right? That's what doesn't make any sense about this update. It's that even if you were, let's just say 70 smithing, and then you went up to 80 smithing, guess what? You only get 30 extra heat cap from that, which doesn't help you at all because when you make Ruinite items, anything that's beyond a 2-bar takes like 2 minutes or something. Like just the Ruinite bar alone, which I did test myself to make a Ruin ore box, AFK took me 2 minutes and like 9 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that. And if I did the where I reheat the bar, it would take me 1 minute and 8 seconds approximately. So you can kind of understand why you AFKing while you make Ruin items or any items in general makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense the way that they did it because what they wanted to do, I can see what they wanted to do. I don't quite like what they did, but I can see what they wanted. They wanted players to be more engaged in their skills. So now, like, before in the past, it would take thousands and thousands of Ruinite items to go up one level. Now it doesn't take nearly as much, but the time is still there, which is what makes smithing so slow and so annoying and makes a lot of people not like to do it. Because when I was in the artisan workshop, people would constantly complain over and over again, oh my god, I can't stand the smithing, it takes so long. And I kept saying, it technically takes the same time, it's just cheaper, which I do like. Because I think, if I remember correctly, I did a speed test of how many bars you could do in an hour. I think it's like close to like 180 or something like that. I don't remember. No, was it close to 180? I don't remember the exact amount, but it was kind of slow. Actually, no, I think it was like close to 100. I was thinking maybe that's maybe adamant bars or something, because I also did a speed test for those, but that was much faster because of just, what I made. Because I think I was making one item, Ruin arrowheads, just to test out how fast it would be, which was interesting. Made quite a little bit of money from that. But anyway, like, from this update, there's only 2 things I really like. The infinite ore, which is pretty good, and then the fact that you can actually bank. I think the best part of this update was being able to bank at any forge, furnace, or anvil. That is probably the greatest update out of this entire thing. Because before, there were certain places that nobody would ever mine because there was no way to bank. It was too far away, or it wasn't very good. So that's the one thing I really like about that. The fact that you can just bank. The second best thing was the ores. But the smithing part is what really annoys me because, like I said, the heat cap benefit from leveling up is so garbage. Getting +3 every level means absolutely nothing. It's so bad. Like, how did anyone at Jagex not realize, you know what, let's give people +3. It's totally gonna help them. It does not. I can believe me when I tell you this, it does not. And I hope they change that, because that's the one part of this update that I wish that they would, make a little bit better. That's just my thoughts on that. And you know what's kind of funny is I didn't realize this when I was mining. I was like, what are these weird sedimentary geo things? And I was like, oh, they just give you free shit. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna save up all these and make a video afterwards and just open all of them up, see what I get. Turns out they're not really that bad. I also didn't realize that they updated the free to play to include opals, jades, and I forgot what the third one is. Topazes, I think it was. Is it red topaz? I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. And then I was just like, huh, it's not bad. And then they also give you spirit shards, but who cares? Nobody really needs spirit shards. But I mean, free money. What do you want? I can't say no to free money. Who says no to free money? Like, even rich people won't say that. But I honestly, I hope they do change the smithing aspect of it, at least, because the benefit of leveling up doesn't really help anybody. I wish they would increase it to maybe 10. 10 to 15 per level, I think, would be a good increase overall. Because I think my own heat cap is at around 600. But when I was making ore boxes, it literally doesn't mean anything. Because if I AFK, it still takes 2 minutes anyway. And if I don't AFK, it still takes me a minute. So overall, the mining itself, like I said, took me around 28 hours, give or take, if I didn't mess up. I probably could have done it more efficiently if I'd actually done my research. Because I didn't realize some ores were moved around. And, yeah, making the boxes themselves was just a pain. Every single inventory of 27 takes around 2 hours and 5 minutes. And when you do that over a multiplication of 1,000 ore boxes, you can kind of understand how long that takes. Even on a low-end estimate, a conservative estimate that I did for myself when I was doing this was 72 hours. And that's if I was actually active. If I was reheating the bars and doing this and doing that to make my time more efficient. Oh, God. And I can tell you for sure, I was not exactly efficient. There were times where I just, you know what, I'm just going to click once, I'm going to watch some YouTube, I'm going to walk away. And then, lo and behold, that's where I ended up. So this took me a really long time. I started, I think, the last week of March, and my goal was just to make 2 inventories a day. 2 to 3. If I could make a 4th one, I would, because that'd be 100. 100 ore boxes. Pretty good. Too bad that takes like 8 to 9 hours, but So I ended up finishing around when the Easter event was started. So maybe around 5-6 days ago I finished, and then I started editing all the clips and stuff like that. But overall, I made 1,000. I actually made more than 1,000 because I actually messed up and my last video got corrupted. But what can I do? I had to make another one, and that took me another 2 hours. But lo and behold, here we are. So anyway, I opened up all those geodes, got all the stuff, and you can see at the end that I price checked. And I can safely say it was not worth it. Ore boxes weren't even that cheap. I mean, weren't even that expensive. I thought they would be worth maybe 40, 50K each. If they were worth that much, that would be, a lot of money. Turns out if you price check them, they're only worth around 20K. And lo and behold, wasn't the best idea. Could have made way more money if I'd just done like anything else. So, for advice, don't do this. Never do this. And if you ever plan on doing it, just buy the damn thing because it only costs like 20K, and I'm selling them right now. I'm actually selling them at the time that I made this video. And, they are selling, but it takes so long, right? Because you only need 1 ore box, and you can only use it. So, word of advice, do not do this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do plan on making more videos again after, 4 years of hiatus. So, if you like watching my videos, feel free to. If you don't, I don't know what to say. Anyway, this is Moehawkman. Peace out, guys.